Hello, 45 Alpha Charlie Papa Channel, and today we're going to take a look at the Bersa 380 Thunder in pink. Yes, it's in pink. This has been loaned to the channel for me to take a look at, but, you know, it's Save the Boobies pink. I like boobies. I hope you like boobies. But yes, we got to save the boobies. So, yes, it's Pepto-Bismol pink. They do come in several other colors, black on black. I think they've seen purples and blues and silver on silver and silver on black. They've got a few different color schemes that they've got going with these. But anyway, the Bersa 380 Thunder was first developed and brought to the country in 1995. They've been around for a little while. I guess they sell quite a few of these down in South Africa, where 380 is the biggest cartridge a civilian can have. But anyway, beyond that, it is a nice little all-metal, aluminum framed, steel slide, 380 concealed carry gun. Be good for concealed carry, personal protection. 8 rounds of 380, 8 plus 1, not too shabby. About the minimum of what you'd want to carry, but these have been coming to the country for quite a while, and they're gaining quite a reputation of being a great value, very reliable little pistols. And so I thought I'd go ahead and get one and let you take a look at what you're getting for your money. Now it is a nice aluminum frame. It is based off the PPK, the old PPK or PPK pistol. The James Bond pistol. Also the Russian Makarov. The Makarov kind of borrowed a little bit. The Polish P64 borrowed this design quite a little bit. So mechanism more Makarov, but the P64 borrowed from the Walther design. But it's kind of an updated version of that. It's got some additional safety features that you may not find on those other guns. It's well thought out. It is. We are empty. The slide release, real easy to manipulate. I don't have any problem. I have to roll my thumb just a little bit to get there, but once I get there, it is an actual slide release. It's big enough. It sits out there tall enough that you can get a good purchase on it. It does have a safety on it. We're in safe, and a decocker, so you can decock the pistol. That way you've got a nice, we're in safe. Little hard to turn off. When I got this wasn't working. It was kind of stuck in this position, so I've had to take it apart, oiled it, cleaned it up a little bit, and we got it where it's working now. But you can kind of manipulate it with your thumb. If you're going to carry this with the safety on, practice, but you shouldn't have to. You've got the long double action trigger that is kind of your safety. Very revolver-like, probably right around that 9 to 10 pounds. Relatively smooth. And then your single action, not bad. Not bad at all. Not super crisp, but very reliable. Go ahead and hold the trigger down this time so we can get see our reset. Your reset's right there. A little bit spongy take up, but once it gets to that wall, the crisp is nice. The break is nice, not necessarily crisp, but good enough to get the job done. Your controls on here, you do have your magazine release. Now it is only available to be for a righty or on this left-hand side of the frame. You can see the magazines drop free. They feed from 8-round magazines. One thing I hear from people is that magazines can be hard to get, and a lot of people end up having to go with the Pro Mag magazines, but from what I've read on reviews and stuff, the Pro Mags seem to work fairly well. They're just a simple single stack magazine, so there's not a whole lot of geometry that they've got to get right on there. And these are relatively forgiving. You do have a gun keyhole here. So you can lock this gun up. Go ahead and lock it up. If some little hands or something were to get into it, it's going to render the gun unusable. But if somebody knows where the key's at, they can switch that. But instead of coming with a gun lock, it comes with a lock inside the gun. Take it or leave it. Most people, I've never had a problem with these. I just leave them in the fire position or the off position, and have never had an issue with any of the guns I've had with these locks. We've covered it. It's double single action. We've got a drift adjustable rear sight, little white dot. So you got 3-dot sights on this. Little bit of texturing along the top here to reduce any glare within that sight radius. So that's very nice. The fit and finish on these is relatively nice. I mean, they don't look real junky or anything like that, but for the price point, they're really a good value. Now let's go ahead and head to the range and take a look and shoot it a few times and see what we think.
So here's the 22 of one of the Bersa Thunder. Oh, I do. Low, but yeah, that was good. Yeah. So yeah, that's much better shooting that one. You were a little bit low. Oh, I see it there. We like it. I like it. Well, 22s are always fun. I've always loved 20s.
All right, we are back from the range, and it is a nice little shooter. We didn't have any issues with it. We only put about 25 rounds through it. 380 is real hard to get right now and expensive for a box, and I had 2 guns in 380 in which to review. So I didn't put a whole lot through it, but enough to kind of get an idea what it felt like. The owner of this gun says he's never had any failures with it. It's always run flawless for him. But that's just the nature of the game right now. I can't put a whole lot through it. I would have liked to have put a few more rounds through it. But from the owner and my experience with it, it ran just fine. This does have couple additional safeties on it that I forgot to talk about. When the magazine is dropped, we are empty, but it does have a magazine drop safety. So when the magazine is out of the gun, it renders the gun safe and useless. Once the magazine's back in there, it operates as it should. Drop the magazine again, even in double action, you're dead gun. So take that for what it is. Some people like that feature, some people don't. I can give or take it. I do not know if it can be disabled on this gun. It's not mine. I haven't dived deep enough into it to see if it can be disabled, but that is something to note. It does have a trigger bar safety in here, which means the only time this hammer is going to be able to go forward and hit the firing pin, it's got a firing pin block, is when the trigger is all the way to the rear. That is the only time that hammer is going to be allowed to allow that firing pin, or hit that firing pin and allow it to go all the way forward. It's got a lock on that firing pin, so in this position here, there's no way for me to get this hammer to move that firing pin to hit a primer. So it's got an additional safety there. Most of your modern guns do. A lot of the Makarovs and stuff and those designs did not have that feature. Easy to take down. With the like the PPK and the Makarovs, usually you have to pull down the trigger guard here. You've got a piece here to trigger down. They've got a takedown lever on the side of this, and it's pretty easy for a right-hander anyway. You just kind of manipulate that forward. It is spring-loaded, so you do have to kind of keep your finger on it, and then you just pull it back, lift it off, and there you go. You're disassembled for cleaning. And it goes back together. Make sure you got that pulled forward. Get it back on there. And you're back together. You should drop the magazine, but as you can see, it will come apart with the magazine in it. So there you go, a nice quick and dirty review of the Bersa Thunder 380. You know, for the money, if you're looking for a concealed carry, if you're looking for an all metal guns concealed carry, the weight of this, the additional weight of this aluminum frame really absorbs that recoil really well. For a 380, it doesn't kick as much as some of the other ones I've had out there. So I would give it a thumbs up if you're looking for a budget concealed carry. Is there stuff better out there? Yes, but for the money, this is a pretty good buy. This is 45 Alpha Charlie Papa channel, and I am out.